This morning we'll just start off with a good morning. I don't know where you are in the world or what you're doing right now. Maybe it's evening, but it's coffee time here in Bozeman, Montana. And today, I've got my buddy Chip from Webasto. Chip and I have known each other years now.
Yeah.
And he has helped us out on many builds. Let's see, the first one was in the Tacoma, X3 Tacoma, I believe. And then we put 2 new heaters in Raven and Orion that are now in Africa, and they just saved our butts big time over there because it was far colder than we anticipated. And then now, over like a year, we've been talking about this project that's happening behind us right now. So, and the timing couldn't be better because it started to snow today, first snow of the year, and by tomorrow it's a low of 6, something like that. So really excited to get a brand new Webasto system in there, but I will leave Chip to tell you what this new Webasto system is.
Awesome, sounds good. Well, so this one we've been talking about for a while, and we're really excited to be installing one of our high altitude Evo 40s. So this is a diesel Evo 40 that's capable of altitudes of up to 18,000 feet. So that you're gonna be able to go wherever you want in the world with this and still stay warm. It's using the SmartTemp Bluetooth 3.0 controller, so you've got the Bluetooth features with your phone for control diagnostics from outside of the truck. You can activate the heater. Just a really nice bulletproof system. Best part is though, it's going to be able to use the diesel fuel on the truck. So you're going to save your propane for whatever else you need in
cooking,
there,
essentially.
It
comes down to that, and that is a big one. So over the year, I've had this truck now since built this way since 2020.
2020,
So 2023, 3 years I've been using it. I use it mostly in the winter because in the summer we're off doing adventures, fun stuff like Africa or whatnot. And then I come home and I spend a lot of winter time in this system. And I have like propane anxiety. So I found that if I have 10-pound tanks, I can run continuously for about, I don't know, 24 hours. And that sucker's just working really hard. And then I got to swap a tank. So if I go out on a hunt, or if I want to be gone for extended periods of time, I was having to stop and redo my propane all the time, almost every trip. And then I'd have this anxiety, so I'd come home and I'd top them all off again, so I'd be ready for the next one. So it was just constantly managing the propane. And then in the night when it's cold, you'd be worrying if the tank would run dry. And so I'm so stoked to get rid of that. And if you're wondering where in the world would you ever experience 18,000 feet of ceiling for the heater unit like this, we ran into 15,000 something, right at 16,000 in Bolivia. So if you're thinking global platforms where you're going to be traveling, Bolivia has roads, which is pretty common to go into there on the Pan American. They have roads all in there. At that altitude, and there's many roads around here, Colorado, everything, you could be at 10,000 feet all the time.
Easily.
So, well, we're gonna have to retrofit this guy. And we're gonna leave that to the professionals, Mr. Tanner and Mr. Dan, and we'll be supervising with our coffees.
I love it.
So, good luck, guys.
Well, we are here with Dan from Webasto, and we have the task to fit this amazing diesel heater in the four-wheel camper where the old propane heater used to be. And so basically the biggest thing we're gonna figure out, we kind of already have a game plan, but we just need to take out the old system and see how this new one's gonna fit in there. We're pretty sure it's gonna work. We're just gonna find out what kind of unforeseen things that we have in there. Dan's the expert here, so he'll be able to tell us a little bit more about the heater and the benefits of the upgrade.
So what we're doing is taking out the existing propane furnace that's in the unit, okay? It's rated for about 9,000 BTUs. we're upgrading it to a diesel heater. This one puts out 13,000 BTUs of heat. So it's going to be an upgrade in your heat capacity. It's going to be an upgrade in your volume of noise. We're definitely going to have some heat going, and this is going to be a fun challenge, and we're in for it.
Yeah. The coolest thing I think about this is when we put a auxiliary fuel tank in this truck, we actually pre-plumbed it knowing that down the road in the future we might be doing this upgrade, and now we are. So the cool thing is plumbing this into the fuel system of the truck is basically already been done. We just need to hook up the two ends. And the cool thing about that, if you consider you're running this thing at the highest setting, nonstop, it's not shutting off, for 13 hours solid, it would burn 1 gallon of fuel. So we're gonna plumb this into the auxiliary long-range fuel tank, not the main tank. And considering there's even just a few gallons in that tank, this thing will run for a long time. Let's tear into it and see what we can find.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna take this off. This cover, this will just turn into basically like a
Exhaust
kind of a
vent.
fake cover. Yeah, it's
Yep.
an exhaust vent. This is all going out. Even this sidewall is gonna
Yep.
come out.
Yep.
Okay. So pretty straightforward of a retrofit so far. Whew. Nice. I'll set it over here. It is a great compartment for it. I mean, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
long. I mean, it's like the ideal compartment.
Yep.
Yeah, that's easy. Okay, so the plan is this is the bracket that comes with the heater. Instead of building something that's like a foot that comes off the floor, we're just gonna put a false shelf in essentially with some plywood. This will attach to that, and then that's already a perfect plate for the heater to attach to. Used to get a template that you'd have to put on the floor and cut out. Now you already have this plate, then you just use this as your template, and it's gonna be elevated in there, probably like that with just a false shelf. And that's where the heater will attach. So I need to run and get some plywood.
All right, so you're gonna go and run and grab us some bracketry and some hardware to mount the heater bracket.
Yep.
While you're gone, I'm gonna grab the electrical harness and start installation of that over to the Red Arc power system and up to the Smart Temp controller.
Cool, sounds good. We'll see you in a bit. Back to the shop. It'll have to kind of tap it down.
Here's,
So the heater's in. It took a little bit of pivoting and finagling, but we got it in there on the bracket we built. The exhaust is just gonna be cut to length once we figure out where we wanna position the heater. Intake gets routed into here, hooked up, wired. We're gonna have it run to the Red Vision, or the old propane system was already on the Red Vision, so that's easy. We're just gonna tap into its power and ground, so then when the heater's running, we can see on our Red Arc screen in there what power is being consumed, and it can calculate it properly.
This is exciting. This is a huge thing for me because it allows you to access your heater on an app as well. So you can turn this up and down temp, turn it on, turn it off. But then from being in the truck or being outside, I don't have to crawl in, especially when it's all collapsed and you want to turn it on, all that. You can turn the heater on now from inside the vehicle, set the temperature, and then by the time you're crawling in here, everything's running and everything. It's pretty rad. And we learned this from our other trucks, and I just couldn't wait to get this one. So this, all you have to do, I gotta set it up still. Go to the Webasto app, pull it up, it says, oh, there's a new one. It pulls up an access code, it tells me here, this one is 9048, send. It pairs, synchronizing right there. And then there's everything. It allows me to set a timer, diagnostics, which is huge. The other system was just dumb. Like it would just stop working. It just have to figure it out. This will tell you many things about it. Tells me my voltage, my current temperature, and the set temperature. You can turn it on. You can see it goes red. Turns on right there. So the heater is in full-on blasting mode right now, and it's substantially quieter than my last one. And ironically, the heat that it's putting off is it weird to say that it feels like a different heat?
It's a lot hotter temperature coming out of it.
Yeah, and this is hot.
Yes.
230
degrees probably.
230 yeah, like I can't hold my hand right here.
Nope. Yep.
Dry stuff out.
One of the things that everybody worries about in a camping environment, especially a small size camper like that, is condensation inside the camper, okay? So the best part about the Webasto heater that runs on diesel fuel, all the exhaust goes outside, so you're getting no condensation inside the vehicle. And it puts out enough heat you can actually crack your roof vents and let your air flow through. So you'll bring in the drier outside air, and your humidity will go right out the top. It'll help dry everything out inside here real quick.
Yeah, it's a thing in the winter to keep it.
It is.
Keep the condensation.
Everybody
out.
gets condensation inside, and they're like, "Oh, how do we fight condensation?" Mm-hmm. The best way is to crack a vent and let the heat roll right out. They'll take the condensation with it.
Cool. We're solving a lot of problems at once.
Exactly. Yep.
So, well, cool. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Clay, it's been great. You know, I love doing these things for you, and these are obviously great ideas you have.
Yeah.
So
sweet. Well, thank you.
Let's go find Chip and wrap this up.
Done. I can hear it exhausting. It's exhausting.
It is.
Well, that successfully completes the Webasto install. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming all this way.
Our pleasure.
I think this is going to serve this camper for years to come in ways that it needed. So
yes.
Right on. Install number 4 of the stuff that we've done over the years. So success. Thanks for watching Shop Talk. Check out Webasto and their systems. They're fantastic, top of the line. And guys, thanks for coming. Awesome. Thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks, Clay.
Awesome
Thank
installs.
you.
Thanks, Clay. You bet. See you on the next one.